This is the L2C Media Network and live from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk at the Tom O'Neill Studios in Jackson. This is Steve's Sporty Balls, presented by the L2C Media Network. I'm Harry von Stuttgart, your announcer, and here he is, the man who's at the head of his class in what we're still trying to figure out. And the man with the tightest sporty balls in the world of sports, with the details and the headlines and the scores and the stories of the day in sports, here's Steve. I knew one of these days we'd have to do this. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great edition of Steve's Sporty Balls. It is our late Sunday, early Monday edition, and it's a little cold in here. I'm going to fix it up, so give me a little moment or two. Oh, boy. Steve, you got to pick stuff up. Either way, you got to pick stuff up, buddy boy. Yep. Gotta pick stuff up. Well, that is my fault. Particularly, most definitely, is my fault. So I shall mix it up and there we go. Everything looks good. Okay. Well, not everything, but it'll have to do. Excuse me. I burped. Not nice to burp. But what do I know? Anyway, let me adjust myself. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Steve's Sporty Balls. The camera cat is doing okay. How you doing, Uno? And I've already said good evening to everybody. Welcome to something better than the Oscars, and I state that for relevance. Okay, let's okay, yes, I see the time right there. 12:05 Eastern Time. Welcome, everybody, to the old show. And let's get on with it. We got a hour to do this. So let's get down with the old basketball stuff, and then we will proceed. We'll proceed further. So let's get going there we go. We okay on both sides? All right. Thank you. So where we can tip this down just for a bit. Okay. There we go. I think this is good. All right. Okay, let's hey, we're live. We can start again. Time now to go to our basketball segment. We're going to first stop over at the pros. That means the NBA. And right now, let's hit it with everything final now. The New York Knicks beat the Detroit Pistons 104-102. Washington Wizards over the Golden State Warriors 123-115. Boston Celtics, oh, did they do themselves a favor? Boston Celtics, they demolished the Minnesota Timberwolves by a score of 134-112. Very nice scoring, too, by the way. Phoenix Suns overtook the fabulous Philadelphia 76ers by a score of 114 to 104. The Pelicans, New Orleans Pelicans, oh boy, a little low, please. There, about right to there. Well, can we just nudge it up a bit? Thank you. Okay. I'd like to have it at least centered so we can. Okay, there we go. All right. New Orleans Pelicans gave the Lakers another loss, 116 to 108. They had a 23-point lead before the Pelicans came back and disheveled them to the point where I have a feeling they're not going to make it to even the play-in game. Charlotte Hornets over the Brooklyn Nets, 119 to 110. Dallas Mavericks over the Utah Jazz, 114 to 100. And there you go. There you go. We've done that. We got to now give you the NC double alphas, don't we? Yes, we do. Both men and women. We had the second half of the the grade 8, pardonnez-moi. And right now we're going to, let's give you the ladies right now. We're going to give you ladies and then the men and then get everything in nicely. All right. Top-ranked South Carolina defeated 10th. I keep saying ranked. It's number 1 seed South Carolina over 10th seed Creighton, 80 to 50, and number 1 seed Stanford over number 2 seed Texas, 59 to 50. That's ladies. How about the men? How did they do? How did their half of the grade 8 conclude? Well, we give it to you this way. Top-ranked Kansas, they were predicted. They got it the win. They beat 10th ranked, top seed Kansas overtook 10th seed Miami 76 to 50. And the storybook, the Cinderella story, sadly came to a crashing end for the St. Peter's Peacocks. The 15th seed fell to the 8th seed North Carolina Wolfpack by a score of 69 to 49. Hit the bell. Thank you. One more time. Thank you. That's right. So, if we go to the big bracket here, are your final four as if they were, well, let's face it, as if they were predicted. So, the final four will be, come on, CBSSports.com is entirely stubborn. There we go. Let's, boom. Okay, let's get to the bracket. Here are the final four teams. Now, CBS's coverage technically is done for the season. The Final Four and the tournament championship this year is going to be on TBS. So technically, CBS's broadcast tournament coverage has concluded. TBS now takes the road to the Final Four and the tournament championship to its conclusion, although it is a co-production actually of CBS. So your Final Four teams will be second seed Duke going against 8th seed North Carolina. That'll be the nightcap at 8:49 p.m. And second seed Villanova and number 1 seed Kansas at also on CBS at 6:09. So the Final Four will be on CBS. The championship will be on TBS. I misspoke. So my apologies. I thought it was the Final Four on TBS as well as the championship game, but no. Well, wait a minute. Hold up. Okay, I'll do that again because I really do need glasses. Okay, let's start off first. Saturday, it'll be Final Four Saturday. Second seed Villanova takes on top seed Kansas. That'll be at 4:09 at 6:09. Excuse me. Saturday, April 2nd on CBS. Then at 8:49 p.m. Eastern Time on TBS, it'll be second seed Duke taking on 8th seed North Carolina in a rematch. And for once, I think Coach K will be doing some celebrating as his retirement tour continues. And North Carolina, good luck. That's going to be a game worthy of high ratings. Villanova and Kansas, not so sure, but then again, this is the Final Four. So Final Four Saturday is going to look fantastic. All right, so that means we've only got. Oh yeah, I forget. Do we have the ladies? Do we have the ladies, please? We do. Well, I would love to know if we do have the ladies March Madness, don't you say? Okay, let's see. Do we have the ladies? Yes, we do have the ladies. I'm an idiot, okay? We have the ladies and the gentlemen, so let's get to the women's bracket. Do we happen to have the women's bracket anywhere abouts? Or did I do something rather stupid? I did do something rather stupid. Ain't that a kick in the butt? Okay, hang on. All right, hang on here. I know, we're doubling on time, and we're trying to get everything here. Got some good headlines for you tonight as well, so we will give quick discussion on it. So, okay, let's hit the tournament, and there we go. We should have the entire bracket, should we not? Okay, let's go to it. All right, there we are. Thank you. Okay, so we have the Final Four. Okay, we have Stanford 59, Texas 50. Okay, so Himahama. Okay, this is Sunday's Elite Eight. So right now we got number 1 South Carolina. They will go up against, or top seed South Carolina go up against 10th seed Creighton. That was an 80-60 score. So South Carolina goes one up, and top seed Stanford over number 2 seed Texas 59-50, which means Stanford will be playing bound. So that means if we are to assume things, if we read this correctly, if we read correctly, and I hope we do, let's see, the Elite Eight, South Carolina. South Carolina will meet UCLA. Stanford will meet South Dakota. There we go. Okay. I guess that's what they mean. Or maybe I don't know what they mean, but let's see. Hang on here, folks. Oh, okay. So, boy, are we effing up? Yes, we are effing up. So, if we have the bracket, there we go. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you in the control room for looping it up there. Okay, we have South Carolina, Stanford on one end of the Rochette. Okay, South Carolina, Stanford. Thank you. Yeah, South Carolina, Stanford, the top four, right? Yeah. Okay, we're awfully confused as to what's the schedule now. Thank you, guys. Can we? Man, somewhere around here, we've got the. Okay. So it's going to be the Final Four, 10th seed Creighton at first seed South Carolina, second seed Texas at Stanford. There you go. And the result was South Carolina beating Creighton and Stanford beating Texas. So in the college basketball for ladies, in their championship, it will be South Carolina taking on Stanford. All right. We got that finally figured out. You see, this is why we call it Steve Sporty Balls, because it is screwy in St. Louis. So there you go. There you go. We have figured things out like no one could ever figure it out before, and we wish well both teams. Okay, so we do wish well both teams. Yes, we do wish well. So it's going to be South Carolina, Stanford in the women's finals. Yay. Okay, let us now go from A to Z, and we will now transgress and go straight to from the I'm sorry, we forgot the G League, guys. Okay, let's go to the G League. This is what happens when you don't prepare. But what the hell? We prepared long. There we go. Okay, Sunday's games. All right. There we go. Okay, here are the Sunday games. Maine Celtics over the Fort Wayne Mad Ants, 110 to 107. We had Westchester Knicks over the Cleveland Charge, 120 to 110. Delaware Blue Coats over the Motor City Cruise, 125 to 118. Grand Rapids Gold over the Wisconsin Herd, 111 to 107. College Park Seahawks overtook the Windy City Bulls, 127 to 110. Meanwhile, the Oklahoma City Blue defeated the Sioux Falls Skyforce, 111 to 87. Birmingham Squadron over the Texas Legends, 127 to 97. And the South Bay Lakers just squeaked by to beat the Agua Caliente Clippers, 126 to 120. Now I can say that's it for our basketball right there. We go now to our hockey segment, our little hockey edition, as we bring you, of course, the NHL and everything else. So you know how we say it? That's right. It's time to go from the hardwood to the hard synthetic ice. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let's wait for it there or just do it here. Okay, let's. All right, let's pop it. Let's Come on. There we go. Now we go from the hardwood to the hard synthetic ice. It was a huge day for the NHL. Let's go to it. Everything is final. By the way, if I forgot to mention it, the scores are always and forever bound by presentation to Caesar Sportsbook and Casino. Remember, we are all Caesars, and even Caesars know their limits. And here we go. Our limit, I think we just passed it. All right, here we go. The defending two-time Stanley Cup champ Tampa Bay Lightning defeated the New York Islanders 4-1. Sergachev for Tampa Bay, 1 goal, 1 assist. Hedman for Tampa Bay, 1 goal. And Colton for Tampa Bay, 1 goal. In overtime, New York Rangers defeated the Buffalo Sabres by a score of 5-4. Miller for the Rangers, 1 goal. Vetrano for the Rangers, 2 goals. And Dahlin for Buffalo, 2 assists. All I got to say is wow for this one. The Pittsburgh Penguins took the Red Wings to the woodshed and spanked their asses. Penguins over the Red Wings, 11-2. Malkin for Pittsburgh, 3 goals, 1 assist. Bluger for Pittsburgh, 1 goal, 2 assists. And Rackle for Pittsburgh, 1 goal, 2 assists. Minnesota Wild over the Colorado Avalanche in overtime, 3-2. Talbot for Minnesota, 40 saves. Hartman for Minnesota, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Zuccarello for Minnesota, 3 assists. The Nashville Predators defeat the Philadelphia Flyers by a simple score of 5-4. Jeannot for Nashville, 1 goal, 2 assists. Trennan for Nashville, 2 goals. And Josie for Nashville, 2 assists. Okay, the Winnipeg Jets beat the Anaheim Coyotes. Winnipeg Jets over the Arizona Coyotes 2-1. Vijamilka for Arizona, 38 saves. Hellebuyck for Winnipeg, 28 saves. And Schleffy for Winnipeg, 2 goals. Toronto Maple Leafs overtook Florida Panthers 5-2. Tavares for Toronto, 2 goals. Riley for Toronto, 1 goal and 2 assists. And Marner for Toronto, 3 assists. And the New Jersey Devils beat the Montreal Canadiens in a shootout 3-2. Hughes for New Jersey, 2 goals. Sharangovich for New Jersey was so good they didn't put any of the info on him. And Dawes for New Jersey, 31 saves. So there you go. And I do believe that's it for the NHL. We're going to just take a crucial look and see if there was any action in the other hockey. And it looks like, yes, there was some action. If we had, yeah, there was action. Second-ranked Michigan beat up second seed Michigan over 8th seed Quinnipiac in the Midwest Regional semifinals, 7-4. In the Northeast Regional semifinals, it was 5th seed Minnesota over 4th seed Western Michigan, 3-0. So in the big one, I do believe it's going to be Michigan taking on Minnesota. How did the ladies do, or how did the women do? You may ask. We have no way of knowing because there were no games scheduled for that. So we move on. We go to our minor league hockey contest. So let's go there, and we shall provide coverage right now. Let's take a look at what happened in the American Hockey League, the AHL. As soon as everything clears up with me, there we go. Let's bop one more time. Thank you. Now, I know we haven't done the Australian Football League yet. We will on Monday. So if you're not, and of course, we have NASCAR to talk about as well. So right now, let's take a look at the lone game that was played today in the American Hockey League, or 2 lone games. Charlotte Checkers beat the Cleveland Monsters by a score of 6-3. Utica Comets over the Providence Bruins 4-1. Bridgeport Islanders over the Rochester Americans 6-5. Chicago Wolves over the Iowa Wild 5-2. The Ontario Reign over the Grand Rapids Griffins 4-3 in overtime. And Stockton Heat over the San Diego Gulls 7-5. And that's it for that. And you know what that means? We go to the Big O, the Ontario Hockey League. And we will check the schedule for 27th. There we go. We had 9 games on the docket for Sunday. They are Niagara over Erie, 3-1. Kensington over Peterborough, 8-1. Flint over Kitchener, 3-1. North Bay over Mississauga, 2-1. We had Barrie over Ottawa, 2-1. Windsor over the Sioux, 5-4. Owen Sound over Sarnia, 5-3. Hamilton over Oshawa, 3-0. And final score, London 4, Guelph 0. That is the OHL. No action on Monday for the OHL. And we go from the OHL to the ECHL. Let's stickle to the echo. And we give you the love. That's what we do. We give you the love here, the lovin's. All right. Let's see if we got any scores from the Sunday in the East Coast Hockey League. And let's see. Let's give it one more. Okay. Atlantic Gladiators beat the Rapid City Rush 3-2. Toledo Walleye over the Allen Americans 4-2. We had the Fort Wayne Comets over the Wheeling Nailers 7-3. Kalamazoo Wings over the Indy Fuel 5-2. South Carolina Stingrays over the Trois Rivières Lions 5-4 in overtime. Reading Royals over the Worcester Railers 4-1. Maine Mariners over the Newfoundland Growlers 6-4. And finally, the Greenville Swamp Rabbits over the Orlando Silver Bears 4-3 in a shootout. There we go. And we go now to the Southern Professional Hockey League. We get to find out how they did in their games. A little nippy here in the studio, but we must live with it right now. So let's go to the scores. And the scores are simple. Peoria Rivermen over the Quad City Storm, 9-4. Fayetteville Marksmen over the Pensacola Ice Flyers, 3-1. There you go on that, Lilliput and Boutonge. Let's go now to the Federal Prospects Hockey League, where great action means great scores, I do believe. There we go. Let's go to the scores right now, see if any action was played tonight. And we had 3 games in the FIPL for tonight. They were Binghamton over Carolina, 5-4. Watertown over Port Huron, also 6-4. Columbus over Delaware, 3-2. And if that wasn't enough, that was it. Those 3 games. Those were it with those 3 games. And it is a bit nippy here, guys. So why don't we see if we can't perk it up a bit. I shall return. I got to tune up the heater. And I know I got to pay some more bills tomorrow. Okay, wow. Pop it up to 68. Thank you. Hey, we bopped to 68. Here. Close that down and all right, let's It's not Fall Day Raw. We've got some, I hope we got some media bites for you. We're going to let you know that rather shortly. But right now, let's get to the action from Sunday. And wow, what action we had in soccer. Let's go to the international friendlies. Benin over Zambia, 2-1. Thailand over Suriname, 1-0. In the FA Women's Super League, it was Manchester United over Everton, 3-1. Chelsea over Leicester City, 9-0. Brighton of Albion over West Ham United, 2-0. In World Cup qualifying in the North and Central America division, Canada needed a win. They got it over Jamaica, 4-0. Costa Rica over El Salvador, 2-1. And in the North and Central America other half of the qualifier, it was the United States just a few moments ago putting the beat down on Panama, 5-1. Mexico over Honduras by a score of 1-0. And in the Oceania qualifying for World Cup, Solomon Islands over Papua New Guinea, 3-2. And New Zealand over Tahiti, 1-0. In the FA Women's Championship, Liverpool over Durham, 3-0. Sunderland over Watford, 2-1. Coventry over Blackburn, 1-0. Crystal Palace over Carlton Athletic, 1-0. Hey, Nancy, how you doing? And let's see. Scottish Women's Premier League, Glasgow over Hamilton Academical, 6-0. Aberdeen and the Spartans, 1-up in a tie. Motherwell and Patrick Thistle, 3-up. And Rangers over Hearts, 6-0. The Australian A-League, Melbourne and Western Sydney ended up in a 1-1 tie. And in Major League Soccer, it was Portland and Orlando, also in a 1-1 tie. Let's check now the world of sports media and take you into the realm. Of course, we also got to give you some baseball scores as well. So, let's see here. Nick Castellanos' first hit with the Phillies comes during an on-air DUI apology, and that was very nice. Okay. Let's see. Is that all the yeah, that was it for the media report. Wow. A little apology goes a long way. Okay, so that means we have but a couple more stops left with our last segment as we go spanning the proverbial globe to bring you Nancy Nichols. That is the mom of our good friend Matthew Nichols. Said, "Hey Steve, looking good. Thank you, Nancy. I'm feeling a little bit better now. So here we go. Let's see. We've already done the okay. Let's get to basketball from Italy. Basket Napoli over Brindisi, 79-69. Venezia over Tortona, 69-61. Why do we ring the bell for 69? Because it's a workable number. And I am doing great, Nancy. I'm hoping everybody is doing well. Hopefully your son is doing well. Hubby and all of your family are doing well. You're all in my thoughts, as always. Nancy, of course, the mother of Matthew Nichols, who is known as the Wizard on our podcast, The Last Call Cafe, which returns for our special April Fool's edition. Yep, everything's going to be a bit crazy then. Anyway, let's get back to more of the scores. Cesari over Fortitudo Bologna, 85-79. Cremona over Treviso, 74-67. Brescia over Pesaro, 88-83. Trento over Trieste, 75-74. In Spain, Valencia over Murcia, 72-71. Real Madrid over Fuenlabrada, 92-77. Unicaja over Real Betis, 96-80. Baskonia over Bilbao, 90-62. Juventud Badalona 83. Let's try it again. Juventud Badalona over Barcelona, 83-72. In hockey, in the Czech Republic playoffs, in the Extraliga, Mlada Boleslav defeated Montfield HK in overtime 4-3. In the Finnish league playoffs, Ilves over Karpat 5-1, Turku over Helsinki 2-0. In the Nippon professional baseball action, Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks over the Nippon Ham Fighters 6-4. Rakuten Golden Eagles over the Chiba Marines 6-5. The Yakut Swallows over the Hanshin Tigers 4-0. Cebu Lions over the York Buffaloes 7-6. Hiroshima Carp over the Yokohama Bay Stars 7-6. And the Chinichi Dragons over the Yomiuri Giants 7-6. In preseason baseball here in the States, Baltimore over Detroit 5-4. Houston over Miami 4-3. Minnesota over Boston 6-3. New York Yankees over the Pittsburgh Pirates 7-4. Tampa Bay Rays over the Atlanta Braves 4-1. Philadelphia Phillies over the Toronto Blue Jays 10-5. New York Mets over the St. Louis Cardinals 7-3. Here's a whopper. Chicago Cubs over the Kansas City Royals 13-12. Cincinnati Reds over Colorado Rockies. They ended in a 4-4 tie. The Chicago White Sox beat the Los Angeles Dodgers 9-0. Seattle Mariners over the Oakland Athletics 7-1. Texas Rangers over the Arizona Diamondbacks in a split squad 13-0. And in the other half of that split squad, the other half of the Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Colorado Rockies 5-2. San Francisco Giants over the Los Angeles Angels 6-1, and the San Diego Padres over the Cleveland Guardians 5-1. In cricket in India, the Delhi Capitals beat the Mumbai Indians by 4 wickets. Meanwhile, the Punjab Kings over the Royal Challengers Bangalore won by 5 wickets. In the Test series, West Indies won by 10 wickets, and that, my friends, is all we got. That is it. We have did a very good broadcast. And let's see. We got anything more left in the juice? No, we don't. We're done for the night. Yes. Well, actually, we got about 5-6 minutes left. Do you think we can? I knew we forget something. Headlines. Forgot to do the headlines. Went so fast, I thought we did the headlines. So you want to do let's do the headlines. Okay, I'll get the thing back. Here we go. Hang on for a moment. We're going to be doing a 45-minute show tonight. That would be fun. That's right. That would be fun. Let's see if we can't boost this puppy up. Okay, thank you very much. Let's get to the conclusion. I knew we'd forget something. We forgot to bring you the headlines, so we shall. There we go. Let's do some headlines before we take our leave of you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, now that Tom Brady is back in action, Peyton Manning says, well, Tom wants his present back. That's right. When Tom Brady decided to retire from the NFL back in February, the 7-time Super Bowl champion was given a send-off fitting for the greatest of all times. All across the sports landscape, legends were tipping their cap, closing the book on Slam Dunk Hall of Fame career, and one that the NFL had never seen in its history. Now, one of the more notable farewells that Brady received over that stretch was from his longtime rival, good friend, and fellow legendary QB. The Hall of Famer told those at an event hosted by the Mint Collective on Saturday that he wrote Brady a 2-page letter following his retirement and paired it with a bottle of wine to commend him for his accomplishments. However, with Tom stunning the NFL and deciding to unretire just weeks after that announcement, Manning jokingly said that he wants those gifts sent back to him. Quote, I want the letter back. You got to read all these nice things. I want it back. I want the bottle of wine back too. Manning is in a precarious spot here with Brady coming back to the NFL. Does he pen another letter, another bottle of wine when the 44-year-old actually does retire at some point in the future? Is the first congratulatory message and gift still valid? It is a similar situation to when a friend has a second wedding. If you already brought them an air fryer for their first wedding, do you shell out for a second? It's a very tough call. The former Bronco and Colts quarterback does have a valid case to ask for the retirement gifts back, although we all know that Brady has already gone through the letter, and there's also a strong chance that the wine has already been uncorked and drank. I know, spooky, isn't it? Anyway, speaking of spooky, in baseball, that's right, folks. There's still baseball going on. Opening day is in 11 days. And teams are still scrambling to finalize their rosters. So the latest, the Yankees on Sunday announced that they've signed veteran right-hander Shelby Miller to a minor league contract that includes an invite to a major league spring training. The 31-year-old Miller spent time with the Cubs and Pirates in 2021, but pitched poorly for both, although he did fare much better while in AAA. The reality for Miller at this stage of his career is that he hasn't been both healthy and effective at the MLB level since 2015 with the Braves. Miller made his lone All-Star appearance that season. For his career, he pitched to a 95 ERA plus across parts of 9 major league seasons. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks and second baseman Ketel Marte have had talks about a contract extension, according to FanSided's Robert Murray. The 28-year-old Marte is technically under contract through the 2024 season thanks to a pair of club options that John Heyman of MLB Network notes that one proposal, the Diamondbacks would guarantee those options, then tack on 3 more years. Now, he has blossomed into a high-quality player since the Diamondbacks acquired him in a trade prior to the 2017 season. He's hit for 122 ops in more than 500 games with Arizona and made the 2019 All-Star Game and finished top 5 in National League Most Valuable Player Award voting. And the rest we've already made mention of yesterday, I do believe. So we're done with the baseball stuff. And let's get over to our other college basketball story. While Villanova will be doing their the Final Four, one of their star guard, Justin Moore, won't be a part of it. He will undergo surgery for a torn Achilles he suffered in the Wildcats' win over Houston in the Elite Eight on Saturday. That means the number 2 seed Wildcats will be without one of their top offensive options when they play against number 1 seed Kansas in the Final Four on Saturday. Now, Moore averaged 14.8 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 2.3 assists while shooting 35.6% from three-point range in 36 starts this season. Villanova is not a particularly deep team, and the Wildcats are already without key reserve guard Jordan Longino. Now, even with Moore and others healthy against Houston until suffering the injury with 35 seconds left, Villanova played just 7 players, but the 7th player, reserve point guard Chris Arcidiacono, logged just 3 minutes. In essence, it was a 6-man rotation that Wright deployed in the Elite Eight, so who knows what they're going to do this Saturday. We shall wait and see, of course. We will do all that. I can't believe Duke and North Carolina. will go at it again. That should be amazingly fun to view, and you will view that. Okay, are we completely finished? Oh yes, Scotty Scheffler joins Tiger Woods, Justin Thomas, and Brooks Koepka as American number one golfers. Yeah, Scheffler joins Tiger Woods, Justin Thomas, and Brooks Koepka as Americans who have become number one. With his fourth and third victory over Kevin Kisner in the championship match of the 2022 WGC Dell Match Play, Scotty Scheffler did something the multi-time major winners Phil Mickelson, Colin Morikawa, Jose Maria Olazabal, and Bubba Watson have never accomplished. Scheffler became the number one ranked golfer in the official World Golf Rankings when the list was updated this evening. His achievement as the 25th golfer to ever be ranked number one. The OWGR started in, of course, 1986, and just the ninth American to earn or to ever be ranked number one. During that billing is significant for a number of reasons, but two stand out above the rest. 2 months ago, Scheffler had never won a PGA Tour event. He was 0 for 70, but in the last week, he's won 3 and nearly doubled his career earnings. Scheffler took home the Phoenix Open and Arnold Palmer Invitational, leading into this week's match play, going from the best to never have won on tour to world number one about as fast as it's ever been done before. So we thank him, bless him, and do all that. Yes, sir. Okay. Now I think we've accomplished. Yes, we have. We've accomplished our broadcast, kids, and we want to thank you all very much for dropping by, dropping in, and enjoying what we got for you. So we will be back tomorrow at our regular time of 11:35 right here on the L2C Media Network. Until tomorrow night at this, well, I would say at the same time, but it's more like at 11:35. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley for everyone involved in Steve's Sporty Balls saying good night, good morning, and have a great sleep, everybody. This has been a presentation of Mr. Fine Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. We are back tomorrow night at 11:35 p.m. Please join us then. Until then, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley. As always, reminding you, keep them sporty balls looking good and shiny and clean. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Good night from our studios in Jackson.